Yes, good afternoon, ma. Good afternoon, all. I'm audible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So we have finished 3 chapters, right? So chapter 1, chapter 2, and then chapter 3. So we finished all these 3 chapters. Today we will go for the new chapter, chapter number 4. So before I'll go for the chapter number 4, I'll give you the quick revision of those 3 chapters. So in the first chapter, what we have done? Simply, we have seen the overview of your IoT, means the history we have seen, and we have seen the term what is IoT and all. We have seen some technology what we have used. We have seen the architecture of the IoT, and also we have seen the equation of the IoTs and all, right? All those basic concept of IoTs that we have discussed in our chapter number 1. Similarly, if we talk about chapter number 2 in detail, so here we have also discussed, okay, what is mean by actuator, what is mean by sensor, okay, the architectures. In the architecture we have seen that. And then when you talk about chapter number 2, in chapter number 2 again we have, in detail we discuss about the sensor and also the actuator. Sensor and actuator, we have taken some of the example of those actuator and then sensor. And after that, we came to know the background of electronics. Okay, why? Because we are moving towards the Arduino, so we have learned the background of the electronics. Okay, means the basic of electronics. Similarly, we also discussed some background of your embedded devices, and then we have discussed the the choosing of our platform. So our platform will be depending upon how we are going to choose the platform, will be depending upon few factors. Okay, speed of the processor, RAM speed, okay, and the networking and all those things are there, right? So different types of parameters are there. Those things we have discussed in chapter number 2. And then we went for the Arduino. So we discussed in detail about the Arduino, and then the board of the Arduino, how we are debugging, okay, all those things we have discussed in chapter number 2. And then when you come to the chapter number 3, chapter number 3 is we are dealing with Raspberry Pis. So Raspberry Pi model 4 is the best one or the recent one. So we have seen different types of Raspberry Pi models and also the architecture, okay, the diagram of the Raspberry Pi we have seen, and we discuss few parameters regarding the Raspberry Pi. So in this way, we have discussed the chapter number 1, 2, and 3. Today we are going for the chapter number 4. The chapter number 4 is nothing but the communication in IoT. Okay, communication in IoT. Okay, communication in the IoT. So how these communications can be, performed in the IoT. That is what the chapter number 4 deals. So before we go for the communication in IoT, one should know how communication takes place. Actually, what is the block of communication? Okay, how communication is done from point A to point B, means how we are going to save the data or how we are going to communicating from point A to point B. Okay, all these things we should know. In fact, we have studied this in the data communication also. So data communication model, in the data communication model You come to know that different types of blocks are there, different blocks are there. So you have studied those different blocks. Majorly, if you see here, this is sender, this is a receiver. Okay, then we are going to have transmitter, then channel, right? Like that, destination, right? We will be having majorly these blocks: sender block, transmitter, channel, and then the receiver. So whenever you are trying to send the data or any information from point A to point B, how your information is carried or how your information is passed from point A to point B is we need to know this process. That is important, because when you are going to give some information, like let us consider hello, this hello will not reach as it is to this person. Here, okay, at many stages, and finally reach to the receiver. How this source is going to send this hello information to the receiver? What are the steps are involved? Okay, that we should know. So if you know the basic, the process of your communication or basic model of the communication, then you can easily understand, okay, for any communications and all. And majorly we are talking about here IoT device. The communication in IoT means all IoT devices connected to the internet. Means majorly when we talk about the communications in IoT, we need to talk about the some protocols. Okay, TCP/IP protocols are there, right? That kind of protocols are there. These protocols will come into the picture when we talk about the communication in the IoT. So here, this model, okay, already you know. Okay, so like that, whenever raw material is there, like information is there, the information is at the source data, and this you are trying to send to the transmitter, and here many things will be happening here. So modulation techniques will be coming into the picture here. Data is modified, your x can be modified as x of t here, and once this happened, then it is going to send to the channel. Okay, so channel will be transmitting through. Okay, so channel is carrying the x of t from this point A to this point B, like that. Okay, this channel is, so channel is a connection between point A to point B. Like that, you are going to have the connection. With the help of this connection, again, connections may be wireless or wireless, wide, we will discuss that later. Okay, so this, now this is what uh, transmit data from A to B, and in this way you can get your output at the receiving side. Okay, or whatever data or whatever information you send here will be getting here as output at the receiving side. So here, what process you have done here at the input side, similar process can be done at the output, but in a reverse order. So here, when you apply modulation technique, you can go for the demodulation here. When you are going for coding technique here, you can go for decoding technique. Like that, you will be having always a reverse process at the receiving side in order to get your original x, okay, as it is, because this x is modified here in some form, and then we will be going here and reaching same x. So in order to reach same x, we need to follow all this reverse process in the communication model. So it's happening inside the communications model, and finally you are going to get your output as it is what the sender is sending. So this is what actually the basic idea about these communications. We are not going in detail because nobody asks you what is the communications model and explain about transmitter, explain about channel, explain about destination, but just you have to keep in your mind communications can take place in this way. Now, and as we know, whenever you're doing any communication, let us consider this is a what I can say, mission A, this is what mission B, let us consider. Okay, and while you are communicating anything, communication may be anything. You can send the data, or you can send photos, you can send videos, or you can send the data, anything. See, something is exchange of information is what your communication. So you can give anything, right? So remember that, but one should remember the difference between the information and then the signal. So one should remember this. So what is information and what is signal? X is the information, x of t is the signal. So you don't understand by saying this. Let us consider one thing. So x of t is means here signal is nothing but which is carrying information. So some sort of information is there with you. Now you want to transmit the data, means that particular information to point A to point B. So with the help of signal only you can transmit this data. Which x will be transmitted in the form of, means in order to carry this signal, information, you need to have the signal. So signal is a information carried, or physical phenomena which carries the information. So best example, I will tell you one thing. In this way you understand. Let us consider 4 peoples are there. Okay, 4 peoples are there. They want to go from Geetham University to, okay, Geetham to Patancheru. Let us consider Geetham to Patancheru. 4 members are there, and now they are, they are having a car. So they has a car. Okay, they have car, right? They have the car, and now they are trying to go by using this car. Okay, let us consider now these 4 fellows, right, going, okay, in the car, and they reach to the Patancheru. Now see here you clearly understand here car is a signal. Here car is signal, and those 4 members are the, right, those 4 members are the data or information. So information is carried by the car, or information, see, car is moving from Geetham to Patancheru, means car is acting as a signal, and inside the signal we are going to have the information. Those 4 students, means 4 students are information, whereas total car is nothing but the signal. That is what you should remember, means everything is related. Again, when you talk about, when you talk about your bandwidth and capacities and all, capacity will be, so how many people can sit, 4 or 5 or 6 or something, isn't it? So that is what the capacity means. The channel bandwidth is different, okay na, and signal bandwidth is what the car capacity. Okay, so signal capacity is what, means channel capacity is nothing but different, sorry, channel is different, but signal capacity is nothing but the capacity of your car. Now what is mean by then channel capacity? Let us consider is a road, right? So from Geetham to Patancheru the car is going, right? So let us consider the width of this road is 100 meter, sorry 100 I can say 20 meter. Let us consider 20 meter. 20 meter. Okay, 20 meter. Now the channel capacity is like your road, means width of the road. Now I can say if channel capacity is more, simply I can say bandwidth. Channel capacity means bandwidth only. Okay, when capacity is more, means bandwidth is more, then more number of data you can, or more number of signal can be transmitted, or more number of data indirectly I can say, because when more number of signal is transmitted means more number of data also can be transmitted. Means here 20 meters road is there, then you can parallelly you can transmit 4 vehicles at a time. Let us consider 4 vehicles at a time, and each vehicles means every vehicles carries 10 peoples, then total 40 members can transmit from point A to point B at a time. I am talking about at a time. Now let us consider if I increase the width of the road 20 to 30 meter, then you can send 6 simultaneous vehicles. Here only 4, but here you can send 6. Means each vehicles, every vehicle carries 10 people, so the total 60 members when going. Here 40 members going, here is 60 members going. In the sense what? If channel capacity means road width is more, then more number of vehicles are going at a time. And whenever more number of vehicles going at a time means more number of data can be transmitted through the channel. Where channel is road, channel bandwidth means what? The capacity of the road. Signal is what? The vehicles, and inside the vehicles, whatever people are sitting is nothing but the information. So like that, we can relate everything. So here, all things are depending. If number of data you want to transmit more in a given time, then you need to have more channel bandwidth and also more signal bandwidth. Then only you can send. But remember here one thing: signal is modified and sending to source to destination, and we are not, much discussing about those things. But now here, this is machine A, this is machine B. Let us consider. Now, whenever you're trying to send something, I said you already hello. Let us consider this hello informations cannot be directly transmitted to this fellow. This hello, I told you, right? The modified. This will be modified. Means whenever I am talking about mission number A and mission B, okay, this mission has to follow some set of rules, and this mission also has to follow some set of rules called protocols. Okay, means here TCP/IP protocols, OSI model, like that we have seen, right? So different layers are there. So using those protocols, your data is going to be sent from system A to system B, or mission A to mission B. Now here, at each and every layer, your data is modified. Okay, like your data is modified in segment and your packet, your data, your bits, like that. Your data is going to be modified. Similarly, as I said you, this again, whatever segmented and packet data and bits converted in machine A is a reverse conversion is happening at the machine B. Finally, you are going to get your hello, like that information. Means what I am trying to tell you here is mission A, mission B will have some set of rules to follow when we are talking about the communication. Okay, some protocols are there. So those protocols should be followed. Okay, so like that, we are going to have in our IoT also, there are some set of protocols like these general protocols, right? All these are IoT is very famous protocol. TCP/IP protocol is very famous protocol. Many people use it or any other protocol that we are going to use it. But this is what the phenomenon actually happening inside the communication. Now let's come to our class syllabus. Actually, let us consider communication in IoT. Now let us consider one example. Now forget about internet and all those things. Now let us consider you want to send one letter. Let us consider you want to send a letter from India to US. Let us consider in US a place. Let us consider California. Okay, California. Let us consider. Now you want to send the letter from, I don't know actually what happened to my pen. Pen is not okay, right? So India to US. Now in California, let us consider there is a very famous what I can say company. Let us consider a very famous company. In this company, one fellow, some ex fellow is working. Let us consider some ex fellow is working in US. Okay, the city California, and then in that California, let us consider one of the company is very famous company. Okay, right? One fellow is working. Okay, ex fellow is working. Now you want to try. So you want to send the letter to this fellow. Okay, you want to send letter to this ex. Now you don't know any idea about this fellow. So you don't know the address. You don't know where he is living at all. Nothing you don't know. But you know only one thing. This ex fellow is staying in California and he is working in this, the company. Okay, you just know only these things, not more than that. Now what you are trying to do, you don't know any idea about this, you don't know. So let us consider your friend is living US, same. Okay, USA. Now what you are going to do, you are going to send this letter, whatever letter you wanted to send to this fellow X, you are trying to send to your cousin. Let us consider his cousin is staying in US. Okay, so you are sending this letter to this cousin, your cousin. Your cousin will open and read this, and he will come to that. Okay, this letter has to go to somewhere here, California, and then so and so place to so and so person. But let us consider he doesn't know anything about this person, but he knows regarding this California. Okay, regarding this California. Now, but he don't know any idea about this company, but he has some friends. Let us consider he has some friends. And then he called to his friend through phone, and then he will talk with him, and then he'll say that, okay, I got one letter, and this letter has to go to some California. Like that he will be telling. Then this fellow, okay, this fellow will take that particular letter, then he can call to this particular office, okay, this particular office, because he knows the address, this particular office, and then he'll ask to some ex fellow, we got letter. Then the office boy, whoever is there inside this company, they will say that, okay sir, we will, yes, we will, he is there here, so you can the letters like that he can give. Then whenever that this fellow will be going to this side, okay, then he can pass this letter to that particular fellow. Now here, see here, why I told this example here, means the communications can take in any manner. Means you don't know anything about this office, but you send your letter to your friend or your cousin. Your cousin is called to his friend, okay, and his friend called to this particular office, and then they confirm that yes, that fellow is there here, and whenever this fellow is going to this side, then he will be handovering. Okay, physically is going and he is handovering. If any one of these two fellows doesn't know about this address, then your letter could not be reached. Means letter will not be reaching. So letter will be printed here itself. Now this is one way. Another way is what? If this fellow directly knows this address, then he can go and submit this particular what is this this letter. Means communication can happen. Means we cannot say always communications will happen with a shortest distance. Sometimes it may take longer distance, sometimes it may take shortest distance. Okay, so remember here, as we discuss here, so you are sent to this cousin is discussed with his friend, again his friend, if he does know, then again he can contact another fellow, right? And then he may knows, then again you can go and interact with that fellow, and then you can give that particular letter. So similarly, when you talk about the this one, the communication in IoT, internet protocol will come into the picture. We are talking about IoTs, right? Means internet protocol will come into the picture. There is no human being. Internet protocol is there. So the protocol is going to take all this action. Whenever you are going to send some command or any information, again, as I said you, the IP address or protocol will search the shortest route. If it is not finding this route, then it is going to that route this way and finding another way. Again, if it is not finding this through this way, it is going to go another way, and you can find out another way. Like means it has to reach to the destination. Sometime it may know the shortest distance, or sometime it may not find out the shortest distance. It may find out, it may travel through different intermediate devices called routers. You send one information from here and you want to send to here. Now it's tried in this way. Let us consider there is no possibility from this side. Now what is it? It will be going to this side, and it is going to go somewhere. Again, if it is not possible, then it is going another way. Okay. It can search in different way. Means it can travel through different intermediate devices called routes, and it finds, okay, if it finds the way, it is the information. If it is not finding, then definitely your information will be terminating. As I said you, if any one of these three fellow doesn't know, okay, this address of this particular office, then your letter could not be delivered. Similarly here also. Okay, if it is not finding the route, then definitely then you cannot find out the you cannot send the any informations or any data or anything, right? Just wait, I am opening the yes. So this is what the chapter number 4. Okay, this is the chapter number 4, communication in the IoT. Just a few examples have here. For example, I told you, just take it into the consideration. Now, when we talk about the internet protocol, as I told you, just like the original send of message in the example, just know what for example I told you. Take it as that example. The sending machine does that always know the best route destinations in advance, because any device cannot know in advance the best route, right? But it can find out the best route when it will be going on delivery. If it is not possible by that way, then it is going to choose another way. It can travel through multiple devices. Okay, in the between station. So most of the time, the packets. Remember here, they are going to send is in terms of packets. I told you, right? Segment, packets, data, bits. But here, the most of the time, the packets of data have go through the number of intermediate machines. As I said, you routers. So whenever you are trying to send from this way, it is going in this way. If it is not possible to find out the destination address, let us consider this is the destination, it will be going in another way. Okay, and if it is not finding up to here, then it is searching another way. Okay, if it is not finding another way, then it will going to be another way. Like that, it is going and reaching the destination. So sometimes it may find out the shortest path, but sometimes it may not be finding the shortest path. Whenever it is not finding the shortest path, it may go through different intermediate devices called routers. So when you talk about internet, so with the help of the routers, you can easily find out your destination, but it has to reach to different routers, and then you can find out the destination. As I said you in your example, connections may be in any ways, isn't it? So here, if you talk about the underlying networks aren't always the same. So networks may not be always same. Like in our example, they have used phone also. He can use phone call to his friend to talk to his friend, whether the address is same or not, isn't it? Or he may use email address, or email. They can use message and all like that. They can have different the scenarios. But here remember, whenever we're talking about wireless internet protocol, there are two possibilities are there. Okay, so here wireless, wide or wireless networks. When we are talking about this, the connections may be two ways are only wide or wireless. So in our example, there is no internet. Just I am talking about letter, right? So letter I can send through post office. So post office, because of post office, you can send your letter to the USA also. So here, just as we use phones and then the portal service and then the delivery I had, because I told you, right? So your cousin may call to another fellow. He may use mobile phone, or sometime whenever this fellow is going to that particular office, then by hand he can give that particular letter. Means all these are the different the network. Here first postal service you used, it reached to USA, and in the USA this fellow called to his friend and he came, and again he has taken that particular letter and he has given by hand. Means all these are the networking there when we are talking about without interneting. But when you talk about IP protocol, means internet, then there are two different networking. One is wired, other one is wireless networking through the phone system over the satellite link. Okay, so that is what happening. So when you talk about internet protocol, remember thing, two ways are there, one is wired and wireless. Okay, so in this way what happened, so same thing whatever we discuss, without internet, the example was that letter, similar thing is happening in the internet protocol, isn't it? Because if we are not finding the best path, then it is going to give going to take another path and then going to delete the things at the destination things. And as I said you, if you don't know, let us consider if your cousin is don't know, if your cousin is don't know the address, or his friends are does know the address, and he don't have any idea regarding the office or anything, okay, and his surrounding people also don't know anything, definitely your data will not be reaching to this particular X in US. So similarly, whenever internet protocol is searching the routes, okay, for the destination, if destination is not found, okay, even though tried in many ways, then definitely your information will be lost. Okay, there is no guarantee the information will be reached the destination. But when it's happened, whenever IP protocol means internet protocol is searching in a route, but even though it could not find the route, then in that particular case you can easily say that your data will be terminated. So here again, as I said you should know the idea about the TCP/IP protocols, how this protocol will be going to take the means how this protocol is functioning for the any communications and all. So remember here, TCP means the transmissions control protocol. TCP is a very famous protocol where we can use in any communication. And remember here, I'll show you in the next slide the diagram. I'll be showing you and I'll be discussing on each and everything. But remember, TCP/IP protocol is very important protocol where many people are using, because other protocols are having some limitations over the TCP/IP protocol. So TCP/IP protocol will have the better protocol, because whenever you are sending the data in terms of bits, it's trying to send to the receiving in correct order within the time, okay, and it's creating some okay, and when data is reaching to the destination, it is going to terminate your session, okay. So like that, this kind of things is going to be happening in TCP protocol, okay. Now if you see, this is from this only I can explain from those things. So if you see this TCP/IP protocol suite, this is what is TCP/IP protocol suite. Now if you remember your TCP/IP protocol, what will be there? You are going to have different layers. First one is the physical layer. See here, the bottom here is the physical layer. Can you see my screen, ma? Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So this is what the physical layer. Above of this physical layer, you are going to have data link layer. You have already studied this in data communication. Okay. In data communication, you already seen this. Okay. See here, the physical layer, and then after that, we can we can conclude about. I mean, we can discuss about the data link layer. Then we will go for the networking layer, or here networking layer, and then transport layer, and finally we will be having the application layer. So like that, you are seeing whenever you are sending in sender device, you are going to have this complete picture. Similarly, whenever you are talking about the at recipient also, this complete picture is there. But whenever you are talking about sender, it will be following in this manner. So top to bottom. But whenever you are talking about the receiver, it is following from bottom to top. So reverse process has to happen. So here one by one we will be discussing. So as you know, physical layer, what is going to do physical layers? Physical layer is only giving some connection. That's it. It has to establish some connection. It may be wire connection or it may be wireless connection. It is going to give the connection between machine A to machine B. So this is a connection between these two. Remember those things. Okay. And always I told you, in transport layer and data link layer and the network layer and then the physical layer, so data is going to modify like segment. Data is going to be modified in segment. Means sorry, information. Your information will be going to modified as segment, and then as packet, and then the data, and then the bits, like that. Your data is going to be modified in each and every layer. I am not going to discuss in detail, but remember segment, packet, data, and then the bits. In that way, your information is modified, and in physical layer, you are trying to send, okay, see the information in terms of bits from one point to another point. So I'll be discussing here. See here. So, and remember here, we can divide this complete TCP IP protocol into three different level. First one is high level. Next one is the middle level. Next one is the low level. Three different levels are there. Okay, so we will be discussing here. This is what the low level I will be discussing. So this is what the middle level, and above this is the top level. So we can say this is what the low level, okay, middle level, and then the top level. So now when you talk about the low level, okay, the low level protocol at link layer. Remember, at link layer means data link layer. Remember that link means link. Defaultly you have to understand that when we talk about link layer means data link layer only. Okay, so the low level protocol at link layer manage transfer bits of information. Remember I told you, right? So segment will be connected first, and then packet, then data, and then so in the form of bits the information will be carried, okay, at the data link layer, the application, sorry, physical layer. Okay, so like that, the manage the transfer of bits of information across the network link. With the help of the network only, we are trying to send all these bits. The information now converted into in terms of bits. The bits of information we are trying to send across the network link. Okay, so and again, as I told you, physical layer is going to be convert or connect between A mission to B mission. There is a connection which connection is provided by this particular layer only. Which layer? If I ask question, which layer is going to connect, provide the connection means physical layer. So physical layer is going to have the establish the connection. Here connections may be anything like Ethernet cable. You can use cable connection, wired connections, or wireless communications like your Wi-Fi, okay, or your telephone networks. Anything you can use, and you can convert your means you can transmit your bits from point A to point B, or mission A to mission B. Or even you can use IEEE 802.15.4. This is also a kind of channel where we can transmit the personal area network. So we can send the data over the personal area network. So remember that this is another kind of channel where we can transmit the data from mission A to mission B. So that is what you remember. And next we will be discussing the internet layer. Remember, internet layer means network layer only. Don't get confused. Internet layer will be nothing but the network layer only. So the internet layer, then where is this? So see here. So exactly on top of your data link layer. So after data link layer, you are going to have the network layer or internet layer. It is on top of your data link layer. That is what is saying. So the internet layer then sits on top of the various links and abstract way of the query details in favor of the simplest destination trust. Remember here, what happening here in the network layer? So data ones and zeros and ones is converted, and then having the connection, and this physical layer is transmitted to the another device. But what happening in the data link layer? In data link layer, whenever your data is converted into packets, each and every packets will have some address, means it has to include some address. What address? IP address. So destination address and also source address. Why destination address? In order to reach, in order to reach the correct place, we need to have the destination address. And why source address? Because from where the receiver has to understand from where it is coming, this letter or any information, from where it is coming. To know that particular information, it has to include the source address also. So that is going to be happening in the networks layer. So what happening there? Here address will be added, and also source address will be added. And remember here, information will be in the form of packet there. So that you should remember. And then we will be, after that networking, we are going to have the transport layer. Okay, already you are these things. I am not going in detail. Just you already know all those things, right? Just I am again recalling it. And then you are going to have the transport layer. So what happening in transport? Then the TCP, because after that you are going to have the TCP. That is why I can say. Then the TCP, which lives in the transport layer, sits on top of the IP, Internet Protocol, right? On IP, okay, extend, right? With the more sophisticated control of the message. Remember here, what happening in the transport layer? If you remember your OSI model, in OSI model, you are going to have this one, right? Session layer also will be there, right? Session layer, okay, transport layer separately. These two layers are separately, it was there, right? Now, if you remember clearly there, the session layer, what is going to be happening in the session layer? Session layer will be creating the session. It means, let us consider so and so, let us consider use one information. Whenever you are trying to send the information, session layer will be creating the session. Means it is providing the connection between, already connection will be provided by physical layer, but it is establishing the connection between here source to destination. Means it's saying that yes, whether destination is available to you or not. Okay, when source is sending some information, it is going to check whether source is available or not. Sorry, destination is available or not. So now, once this fellow is available, then it is established the connection and giving information to this particular fellow. And once this information is passed completely to this particular fellow destination, the termination will be, this connection will be terminated. So that is what doing in the session layer. The same thing happening in transmit layer also here only, because we are mixing these two in the transport layer. So what happening here? It is going to establishing the connection, and now it is going to see the whether the information is passed to the destination or not. If it is fast, then it is going to terminate the connection and then end up the session. That is what happening in the transport layer. And also, if any information is coming out of order, then it is going to happen in the order. So it is going to arrange in the order 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So even though some of the packets are reaching first, some of the packets are reaching later, but all these things be ordered in this layer, and finally it is going to send to the receiving side. That is what happening. And finally, applications layer contains the protocol such as deals with the fetching the web pages, sending the emails, okay, and internet telephones and all. That is what happening in the application layer. So in this way, you are going to have your the communication inside the any machines and all. And not only TCP/IP protocol, we are going to have another protocol called UDP. UDP means what? User datagram protocol. But user protocol why? Because see here, you can also use this in place of TCP/IP protocol, but here is having some limitations. What are the limitations? The limitation is what? No guarantee whether data is going to be delivered or not. But whereas in TCP protocol, there is a guarantee to delivery. So here in UDP, no guarantee that whether data is going to be delivered or not. Okay, no preservations of sequence. Sequence we cannot say here. So in order, it cannot going to make in order. Similarly, protection against duplication. If any duplications are there, it cannot protect. So it cannot eliminate the duplication. But whereas in TCP protocol, duplication or duplicate will be eliminated, and it is going to be protect against the duplications of error. So here it cannot, okay, so have the protections regarding the duplication of any data and all. Okay, so like that we are going to have the limitation of datagram. Because of this limitation, people are not going to take the UDP. People are going to take TCP/IP protocol only. See here, these limitations make the TCP preferable for many tasks that are the Internet of Things. Remember, for IoT purpose, people are using TCP/IP protocol only. TCP/IP protocol only, not UDP. UDP having some limitation. And then IP address, as we know, IP address is a kind of numbers. Okay, na? The numbers are having 8-bit numbers separated with dot. You know, right? 0.0.0 something. 255.255.255 something. Okay. right? So this one, like that we can have. So if you see the example, then example is this. So 192.168.0.1 is a kind of IP address. For institutions, they may have another IP address. Like that, we are going to have different types of IP address. We are having different names. Okay, people will give different, IP address for different organizations and all. But every machine have at least one IP address. Every machine have at least one IP address. That you should remember. This is regarding IP. Already IP address, the kind of numbers where we can have in this format. And then next one is domain name system. Means like let us consider we can have some domain name system like google.com is a domain name system. Google.com is a Google I can say the domain name system. So google.com. Similarly, bbc.com. Okay, like that. Otherwise, I can say willy.com, arduino.cc, geetham.edu, geetham.in, like that. There are some domain names. So with the help of those things, people can easily understand or easily can search for the whatever they request. Like that, they can have some domains. Remember, domain name is this one. So google.com, bbc.com, okay, like that. Or nitw, okay, nitw.nic.in, like that. These are the different domain names or subdomain names. Remember, these are the subdomain names. We are going to have subdomain names also. Like this is subdomain names, means nit.nic.in means this is what subdomain name. Like that, we can have .com, okay, or.uk. Similarly, I can say the subdivision like here nic.in or nic.com, like that. We are going to have different subdomain names also. Please remember those things. So subdomain name means you can have after domain name you will be having another domain name. So like that, nitw.nic.in, it's a subdomain. Okay, so google.com is nothing but the domain name system only. Subdomain name system is here nitw.nic.in, like that. We are going to have domain name. With the help of the domain name, people freely remember those the websites and all, then the search. So this is regarding the regarding the protocols, and then the TCP/IP protocols, and then the DNS, and then we can say the IP addresses and all. Tomorrow we will be discussing this. Okay, the static IP address and all. Tomorrow I will be discussing. So with this, today I'll stop the session. So with this, you may leave the sessions. Already time is 2:53. So thank you so very much. If anybody has any query or doubt, you can ask. Otherwise, you may leave. Okay. So that's it for today.